Sign number 1. When a man is in love, his body produces plenty of chemical called oxytocin, which just so happens to be an appetite suppressant. The more madly in love he is, the harder it will become for him to eat his dinner. The next time you are together and he can't finish his meal, he is probably into you. Sign number 2. He says the word we more often. So a man who is in love with someone will unconsciously imagine thinking of himself and that person as being together whether or not they actually are. Because of that, he will be using a lot more word we and word are and less word me and word mine. So he would say something like, we should go meet up at the park later, instead of I would like to meet up with you at the park later. So these things are subtle and he might even blush when he catches himself saying we more often. Sign number 3. A man who is deeply in love will be willing to be as full as he could be for the woman his heart beats for. That's because men have what we call a hero instinct. Their primal desire to make the girl of their dreams happy. He might take extra hours at work so that you can rest easy, even if it means he won't be able to spend as much time with you as he should. Sign number 4. He just can't stay mad at you, so no relationship is without its problems, and there are bound to be times when we would get mad at the very person he loves most dearly. But the thing is that he just can't stay mad with you. Maybe you would get into a big argument and then overhear him grumbling about how he's had enough and is determined to hate you, but 3 days later he's back to gushing over you. Sign number 5. Whether it's a burn or a paper cut, a man in love will be able to handle pain better than someone who is not in love. Especially so if he is near the object of his affections. Love is a natural painkiller, and a study done by Stanford University suggests that love acts almost like a drug in how it tells the brain to ignore the pain. So if he stubbed his toe, yet he is totally fine when you are around, maybe he is showing off, and maybe he really can't feel that much pain because you are there. Sign number 6. Another thing that drugs and love have in common is their ability to mess with people's ability to make rational decisions. So when a man is in love, his brain produces an overabundance of chemicals that keeps him happy and biased towards seeing things in a positive light. So because of this, he might even find enjoyment in things that he would normally shrug off as long as you are there with him. He would become a daredevil in an instant, even if he used to be scared of even the smallest things. Sign number 7. Some of the chemicals that the brain pumps out like mad when a man's deeply in love are not too different from the same recreational drugs that are abused and outlawed. So don't be too surprised to see a man in love acting like he is walking on clouds, obsessed and addicted. He might as well be. Sign number 8. According to evolutionary psychology, a jealousy is a part of our nature, so that's great. Found in people all over the world. It evolved to motivate mate guarding, something that can solve an ancient adaptive problem which is known as infidelity. If he truly is in love with you, he won't be able to resist feeling a little bit possessive. It doesn't matter if you're a thing already or not, he wants you and he can't stand the thought of losing you to another. So, and if he ever gets the impression that he might lose you, he will try even harder to catch your eye.